Yo, what's up YouTube? Our build got buffed. They thought they nerfed it, but the cheap version got buffed, which means it's cheaper now. It's easier to put together. You don't need an expensive one. What you need is some extra spirit. For example, I have 400 spirit. Why? Because I have custom dodge, I have blink, custom crit, two of them, and I also have Grim Fist for some extra survivability. That's the only thing we need, and Malice, of course, to sustain the critical weakness. For the rest of the gear, you can just put anything you want. What you absolutely need is this shield for the cooldown recovery rate. And you actually don't, you put Ingenuity on your blink. You don't even have to put on Greater Lightning. Because if you see, cooldown 32 seconds. How we do that? First, the belt. It gives us a decent amount. Of course, the wheel here on the tree, which we counter with this. It's a similar tree, but a bit different. We take the crit nodes. We need them because R1 no longer has it. It no longer has a critical chance for spells. We are utilizing these two uniques, so we don't need the expensive anoint anymore. I prefer to anoint the conservative casting for some reduced mana cost of skills and increased mana regeneration. We don't need this, but it's a quality of life thing. Maybe later we spec into volatile catalyst or multitasking or maybe distracting presence. I would prefer multitasking. It's an extra 2%, but okay. And extra skill effect duration for our sparks to stay longer in the screen. But I would do that when I get a megalomaniac. A megalomaniac, what it does, it gives you 2 or 3 maybe notables. Small nodes like this, passive notables. So maybe we have one of these three. Where's the other one? Here. One of these three we have on our megalomaniac. And then I will anoint another one. But it's a 10 divine budget to start with to get the megalomaniac. So I don't want to go up there. It's already a 10 divine build. This was about 1 divine. I will divine this for a bigger crit chance. If you see now, we have let's say on our frost wall 66%. We could go up to 70% maybe some crit bonus, but this ring was I actually crafted both of the rings. I will show you how in a bit. Of course, this is cheap as fuck. The helmet only resistances. I try to get as many resistances in ring and body armor and helmet because, for example, this I don't care. I use this mostly about the dexterity and intelligence. This we don't care, just some spirit and malice. That's what we need. We have a problem with stun. Strength, you need some strength too. I'm using this for freeze because also we have a problem with freeze. Maybe the megalomaniac can have also hunter's talisman. I don't know. Maybe we can do that. But what this unique does, it actually uses the overkill damage from our frost walls. See here, we have frost wall. When we are at the boss, we throw the Eye of Winter. It crits, it procs the frost walls. The frost walls proc also, and the Eye of Winter and the frost walls proc the greater lightning bolt, and all those things crit also, and they proc Eye of Winter, and it's an infinite loop as long as you have mana. And in this case, I turned this the Eye of Winter because Eye of Winter needs to be level 16 gem because it cannot go lower, and you cannot lower the cost. So I converted to life cost because on crit our leech is instant. So we have no problem with that. We always leech from the criticals that are happening, so our life is always full. I try to get as low as possible frost wall with extra quality. Also ingenuity, icicle, and spell cascade. So more icicles proc and faster. So the enemy they spawn on the enemy and it crits and explodes, and the Eye of Winter explodes them, and the overkill damage does damage, and that's our damage. So we don't use Archmage anymore. I have here Hand of Chayula, just for the two curses, which we can actually apply 2 curses from this, Whispers of Doom. And sometimes they are hard bosses, so I have Whirling Assault, Martial Tempo, Maim, and Blind. So what you do, Hand of Chayula, Whirling Assault, and you put down your Tempest Bell. On my Tempest Bell I have more freeze build-up, I have Culling Strike, I have Area of Effect. Actually, it goes down too fast, the bell. I cannot do anything. It's going down too fast. So sometimes it's pointless. But the Hand of Chayula is actually very handy. I'm using a Pillar of the Cage God for the Hand of Chayula. I could go without it, but actually because we are stacking some attributes, we can benefit from the attack speed and the weapon damage we don't care, and the area of effect for the Tempest Bell. This is actually cheap. Don't buy like this. You don't care about the quality or the base. What you do, you buy 3 socket, just 3 socket, or maybe you buy just plain Pillar of the Cage God. I will show you.
I need more time.
You just buy a plain Pillar of the Cage God and you corrupt, and maybe you get 3. Don't forget to put Artificer's Orb, so you can get 2 sockets, and you corrupt it, and maybe you get. Sometimes you can make profit from this, because if the increased weapon damage goes up to 12, or maybe more, or maybe something goes up, it's 2 divine minimum. So it's a good way to profit, and they sell very fast. Actually, you can use this, but if you are in a party and the party is a spellcaster or something, they will drain your mana, and you won't know what's happening. This is not for this build. Anyways, we have like 2 seconds on our blink. 1, 2, boom. 1, 2, boom. 1, 2, boom. Every time. So now it can do maps. It can do maps better. Be careful though, don't stay too close. It cannot face tank like the other one. because we cannot spec into mind over matter. This version doesn't have that much regeneration or eldritch battery or anything. So for defensive, we are using energy shield and life. That's why Green Fist and Life Remnants are very good. If, however, you wanna do an Archmage version, you can take out Green Fist and you can spec into Eldritch Battery. And you can use Mana Remnants to map. It's better, it's easier to sustain. But I would not recommend it because it's a pretty squishy one. Although I'm trying to get some armor and we have some block also from our shield, it's pretty squishy. So it's better for bosses because bosses they instantly freeze, they get stunned, they get so much lightning damage in 1 second that they are stun locked. They can do nothing. They instantly die. Maybe sometimes we need a little bit more time to kill them because we don't have Archmage and we don't have a big damaging skill like Ice Comet. I tried this. It's very expensive to do. Maybe instead of Eye of Winter you can swap, but Eye of Winter is a really nice one to have because it will not stop. I will also try this. I haven't tried this. I mean, from the time I changed the build to this version, I haven't tried the Comet. I tried the Comet with the Archmage version. For our Eye of Winter, we have Deceleration, of course, Fork, Unleash, and Energy Barrier. So when we cast, we don't die like a potato.
Bye.
I almost forgot to show you how I made those crazy rings. Not so crazy, but they are pretty decent. So I'm just doing this for the sake of the video. Let me show you. You go to Alba and you go to buy or sell items. Now it's available on Hideout too. You gotta have some money first. And you just spam this. Sometimes lucky, sometimes not.
Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit.
But
Hello.
you see each ring. This is pretty trash, but it's craftable. Craftable. Trash. Trash. Craftable. Trash. 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 Craftable. Trash. 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 And you see like that. For example, this is decent. You see what is trash and what is gas. You keep the gas. You throw the trash. For example, let's take this ring. Cannot take another modifier. You can also use essences. For example, one fire modifier. Let's see. Fire damage to attack. Trash. But it could be another. Or you spam exalts. You see what you get. This one is very good. And we ruined it. Maybe fix it? Super trash. That's pretty decent. Eh. Better. Okay. Even better. Just like that. You spam Chaos Orbs, you spam Exalted Orbs, you spam whatever you gotta spam, and at the end, you may get something really good. It's a bit of a gamble and a bit of a hassle. Maybe you stay here 10 hours and try to make a ring half decent to put on. Maybe not. I was just gambling for unique rings and I happened to stumble upon some rings with half good modifiers and I made something like this or like this. We can gamble more. We can Chaos Orb to change the fire resistance and the chaos damage to something else. But I don't care right now. That's trash. Maybe fix it? Ah. And that's about it. I hope you enjoy the build. Have fun. See you in the next one.